Hello, and welcome to Preschool Storytime. I'm Miss Claire from the Chattanooga Public Library. Preschool Storytime is for children ages 3 to 5, but everyone is welcome. We are having Snowmen stories today. I have a guest. He's just going to watch. Grown-ups, we would love it if you would fill out the survey that's linked in the description box below. It helps us to know how we're doing and what we could do to serve you better. And we miss seeing all of you. I miss my kids, but we're going to have fun with snowmen today. So our first story is called Snowmen at Night, and it is by Carolyn Buhner with pictures by Mark Buhner. And it is published by Dial Books for Young Readers. Have you ever built a snowman? It's been a long time since I have built one. One wintry day, I made a snowman very round and tall. The next day, when I saw him, he was not the same at all. He's pretty big there, isn't he? His hat had slipped, his arms drooped down. He really looked a fright. It made me start to wonder, what do snowmen do at night? I don't know, do you? Let's see. I think that snowmen start to slide when it gets really dark. Off the lawn and down the street, right into the park. They gather in a circle while they wait for all the others, sipping cups of ice-cold cocoa made by snowman mothers. Hot cocoa wouldn't be good for snowmen, would it? Then the snowman games begin. They line up in their places, each one anxious for his turn in the snowman races. Look at all of them. After everyone has had a chance at racing once or twice, they go on over to the pond to do skating tricks on ice. Sometimes they start giggling, and then they act like clowns. They bump into each other till they all fall down. They're having a lot of fun, aren't they? What are they making? Did it say? Did I miss? They gather up their snowballs. The pitcher takes his aim, and underneath the moonlit sky, they play a baseball game. No one knows just how it started, but soon it's quite a sight, with snowmen throwing snowballs in the world's best snowball fight. Would you like to play? I don't think it's playing catch, but would you like to throw snowballs at snowmen? Then it's time for sledding. It's a wild ride down the hill. Wahoo! They yell. This is by far the snowman's biggest thrill. Look at these guys. Take a good look at them. You're going to see them later or something close. Finally, they're tuckered out and getting sleepy, so they slowly gather up their things and one by one they go. So if your snowman's grin is crooked or he's lost a little height, you'll know he's just been doing what snowmen do at night. And there they are on the swing. That's snowmen at night. Now you know 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. Well, I have. Guess what? Did you take a good look at those snowmen in the last book? We have a sled. I'm going to have to move my little snowman friend over just a little. Maybe we'll count our snowmen. 1, 2, 3. Oops, got it right in the face there. 4. Oops, his arms. And our last one, number 5. We'll put him a little bit in front of me. You see him? So we're going to sing 5 little snowmen riding on the sled. One fell off and bumped his head. I called Frosty, and Frosty said, "No more snowmen riding on that sled." Can you say that with me? And we're going to sing. Frosty has a deeper voice than Miss Claire, so we're going to sing, "No more snowmen riding on the sled." Can you do that? Okay. 5 little snowmen riding on the sled. One fell off and bumped his head. I called Frosty, and Frosty said, remember your deep voice? "No more snowmen riding on the sled." How do we have? 4. 4 little snowmen riding on the sled. One fell down and bumped his head. I called Frosty, and Frosty said, "No more snowmen riding on the sled." Good job. We have 3. 3 little snowmen riding on the sled. Woo, he's going to slide off. One fell off and bumped his head. I called Frosty, and Frosty said, "No more snowmen riding on the sled." What do we have left? 2. 2 little snowmen riding on the sled. One fell down and bumped his head. I called Frosty, and Frosty said, "No more snowmen riding on the sled." What do we have left? 1. 1 little snowman riding on the sled. He fell down and bumped his head. Whoops, bumped his head. I called Frosty, and Frosty said, "No more snowmen riding on the sled. Put those little snowmen to bed." So they all went to sleep. Good job, and thank you so much for helping me out with that one. You did a great job. Have any of you built a snowman? We have a book, All You Need for a Snowman. And this is by Alice Schertle. We're going to build you a friend, Mr. Snowman, with illustrations by Barbara Lavalle. And it is published by Silver Whistle, which is an imprint of Harcourt Incorporated. One small snowflake fluttering down. That's all you need for a snowman. Except, can you say except? 2 more snowflakes, 3 flakes, 4, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7,000, 8 million more. Billions of snowflakes piled in a mound. Pat them and pack them and roll them around into one big ball. This is going to be a big snowman, isn't it? And that's all. One big, cold, well-rolled snowflake ball. That's all you need for a snowman. Except, what else do you need? Can we have a snowman with just one ball? For a middle-sized ball and a small one. On top of that, you need a hat. A short, flat hat or a tall one? What do you think? See what they're going to use. The short, flat hat. These hand-packed, triple-stacked balls of snow, hat on top where a hat should go. That's all you need for a snowman. Is it? Except, what else do we need? Maybe some eyes. A couple of bottle caps, round and flat. Stick them under a snowman's hat. Surprise! Snowman's eyes. That's all you need for a snowman's face. But what else do we need? There it is. What is that? A carrot. What's in the middle? An empty space. That's the place where the carrot goes if a carrot is a snowman's nose. Is it? But What about clothes? Walnut buttons, 5 in a row, belt in the middle, boots below, big wool scarf, broom to hold, mittens in case his hands get cold, earmuffs, fanny pack, something to read. That's absolutely all you need for a snowman. What do you think? I don't think the whole snowman will fit. Move it back. There we go. He's got a broom. Look at all that he's got. Look at these kids standing on top of each other to get up to the top of the snowman. Uh-oh. Look in the sky again. One small snowflake falling. Then soft white snowflakes filling the sky, floating down everywhere. And that's all you need for a snowman's friend. The end. She's making a snow angel, isn't he? There you go. That's all you need for a snowman. Do you think we can build a snowman? How about a snow woman? I don't know if this is a man or a woman. You tell me. I think I'm going to turn our flannel board. Let's see. Still, we're going to be cutting it pretty close. What do you think? One little snowman on a winter's day wanted to go outside and play. Got my clothes here. But the poor little snowman saw the cold, cold snow, and she needed something warm before she could go. What do you think she needed? How about a coat? Oops, put that in the right place there. Here we go. She has a nice green coat. She put on her coat and she did say, I'm ready to go out in the snow to play. Was she ready? She looked outside, saw the cold, cold snow. She needed something else before she could go. What did she need? Oh God, let's see if I can. Does your snowman wear boots? We're going to put boots on our snowman. Oops, right underneath Miss Claire's fingers there. There we go. She's got her boots on. She put on her boots and she did say, I'm ready to go outside and play. But she looked out at the cold, cold snow and said, I need something warm before I can go. What else does she need? What do you think? Does she need something for her head? Her body? What about a hat? It's a yellow hat. Oops, almost covered up her eyes there. She put on her hat and she did say, I'm ready to go outside and play. But she looked outside at the cold, cold snow and said, I need something warm before I can go. What else does she need? What would you put on her? Or him? How about a scarf? It's a nice blue scarf. She put on her scarf and she did say, I'm ready to go outside and play. But she looked outside and saw the cold, cold snow and said, I need something warm before I can go. What else do you think? You can see these pieces of Velcro. What do you think she needs? How about a beautiful purple skirt? See if I can lift it up under there. Got it on that side. Here we go. So she put on her skirt and she did say, I'm ready to make snowballs today. Now the little snowman is ready to go. She's all dressed up for the cold, cold snow. And the warm little snowman is happy to say, 3 cheers for wintertime. Hip, hip, hooray. Can you say that? 3 cheers for wintertime. Hip, hip, hooray. And there's our snow woman. She did pretty good. We're just going to lay her down there. And I have one more story for us. It is The Biggest, Best Snowman by Marjorie Kuehler, illustrated by Will Hillenbrand. and it is published by Scholastic Press. You ever been told you were too little to do something? That's the problem little Nell has in this book. Little Nell lived with Big Mama, Big Sarah, and Big Lizzie in a big house in a big snowy wood. Big Mama, Big Sarah, and Big Lizzie had big, blustery voices. They had big, talky friends. They had big, loud parties. When Little Nell asked, "Can I help?" Big Mama, Big Sarah, and Big Lizzie shook their heads. "No, you can't. You're too small." "Yes, I can," said Little Nell. "And no, I'm not." "No, you can't," they said. "And yes, you are." So Little Nell would go into the big snowy woods. She would sit and watch the snow fall from the sky. She would walk under the bare branch trees. She would play with her friends, Reindeer, Hare, and Bear Cub. One day, Bear Cub said to Little Nell, "Can you show us how to make a snowman?" "No, I can't," said Little Nell. "I'm too small." "Yes, you can," said the animals. "And no, you're not." "But I'm so small," said Little Nell. "My family won't let me do anything. I could never make a snowman." "How do you know unless you try?" asked Bear Cub. "We'll help you." Little Nell sighed. "Well, maybe," she said. Do you think she's going to do it? Little Nell got down on her knees. She carefully patted and matted and batted the snow into a tiny ball. She rolled it and rolled it and rolled it to Reindeer. Reindeer nudged it and nudged it and nudged it to Hare. Hare kicked it and kicked it and kicked it to Bear Cub. Bear Cub rolled it and rolled it and rolled it until it stopped, thud, by the edge of a big icy pond. "Now what?" asked Reindeer. "The snowman needs a middle," said Little Nell. "How do we do that?" asked Hare. Little Nell bit her lip. She got down on her knees. She carefully patted and batted and batted another tiny snowball. She rolled it and rolled it to Reindeer, and Reindeer nudged it and nudged it to Hare. Hare kicked it and kicked it to Bear Cub. Bear Cub rolled it and rolled it until, thud, it came to a stop. He pushed it on top of the other snowball. "Now what?" he asked. "It needs a head," said Little Nell. She patted and matted and batted another tiny snowball. Then she rolled it to Reindeer. Reindeer nudged it to Hare. Hare kicked it to Bear Cub, and Bear Cub stuck it on top of the other two snowballs. Look at him way up there. Good thing that's Bear doing that. He's a good climber, isn't he? Little Nell and the animals stood back and looked at their snowmen. "Something's missing," said Hare. "The face," said Little Nell. "How do we do that?" asked the animals. "I think we'll need help," said Little Nell. She whistled for the birds to come. Crow, Cardinal, and Sparrow flew down from the trees. "Could you make a face for our snowman?" she asked. Crow fetched 2 pieces of bark for the eyes. Cardinal found an old pink sock for the nose, and Sparrow brought raisins for the mouth. Little Nell handed her green scarf to the birds. They wound it and wound it and wound it around the snowman's neck, then added 2 sticks for arms. The snowman was finally finished. Little Nell and the animals gazed up at their creation. "Wow," said the animals. "Wow," said Little Nell. It was almost lunchtime. Little Nell said goodbye to her friends. She walked home through the big snowy woods. Big Mama, Big Sarah, and Big Lizzie were waiting for her. "Where have you been?" they asked in their big blustery voices. "I was building a great big snowman," answered Little Nell. "How could someone as little as you build a great big snowman?" asked Big Lizzie. "Come and see," said Little Nell. So Big Mama, Big Sarah, and Big Lizzie followed Little Nell through the big snowy woods to the snowman. There he is. As they looked up, their mouths dropped open and their arms dropped to their sides. "Wow," They said, "You built that?" "Yes, I did," said Little Nell, "with the help of my friends." "That is the biggest, best snowman that ever was," said Big Mama. "Yes, it is," said Little Nell, a huge smile on her face. "You like that snowman?" "Will you come and help us make a big, yummy lunch?" asked Big Sarah. "No, she can't," said Big Lizzie. "She's too small." "Yes, I can," said Little Nell. "And no, I'm not." "Yes, you can," said Big Mama. "And yes, you will." Big Mama gave Little Nell a big sloppy kiss. Smooch! Big Sarah gave Little Nell a big squeezy hug. Ooch! Big Lizzie stuck her big nose in the air. Little Nell's friends lifted her to the top of the snowman. Would you like to sit on top of a snowman like that? Hooray! And there she is on the top of the snowman. And that's the biggest, best snowman. Thank you so much for joining me this week. I hope we have some snow sometime. Maybe even you just build a little snowman. That would be fun. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I miss you and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.